What's up, guys? Back for another episode of Anything But ASIC, and today we're going to be spotlighting uPlexa. Let's see, what is uPlexa? Uh, uPlexa is a private C via IoT. It incentivizes the mass computing power of IoT devices to form a means of private blockchain payments and enable powerful privacy tools. So, why am I spotlighting this? What has got me hyped? Well, as you know, large places like Amazon, Nestle, large companies, large corporations. Um, I can only name a few right now. I can. There's only the few I can think of off the top of my head. I'm sure Microsoft's in there and Apple. Oh yeah, Apple definitely with the Apple Watch. They have IoT devices. They have IoT devices, and those IoT devices have a processor in them. Um, and let's see. Let me go over uPlexa real quick. And this privacy currency is actually made to be mined with IoT devices. It's also got a Tor network browser, PlexaNet, and it's got integration into Ethereum and smart chain contracts. It's also on a couple of exchanges. You know, your usual suspects: Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Bisquick. It's all the DeFi stuff. But I mainly get stuff my uPlexa if I'm gonna get any from Trade Ogre. And like I said, why I'm hyped for this? Well, one, you theoretically mine cryptocurrencies, which are IoT devices. Many people have done it with Monero. I've done it with Monero. I mine with my phone. I mine with single board computers. But this privacy currency is specifically made to mine with your IoT devices. So you go over here to your Elon Musk, and he's talking about how he's going to create the crypto climate control accord, crypto climate accord. Just some kind of committee that looks after the power usage of Bitcoin mining. And I'm like, that problem's been solved. That problem was solved years ago. All right, everybody wants to use Bitcoin. We know it's all about money, but that problem of how Bitcoin takes too much power, it was solved a long time ago. So they're just it's all for clout. It's all to get that environmental social governance credit up so they can be labeled as a green company. That's all it really is. But looking past that, your companies are putting out your Amazon's putting out the Ring. Amazon's putting out a ridiculous amount of IoT devices out there. You got Ring, you got Amazon Alexa, you got I forgot who does Siri. Google has Siri. Google's putting out a lot of IoT devices, and they all have processors, and they all don't process most of their like speech recognition and all stuff like that. It's not processed on the device itself, but they do have processors in them. So when those processors are not working, they can be processing transactions. They don't necessarily have to turn off, and they're not necessarily turned off when you turn them off. So you can, it'd be nice if you could process some transactions, do some proof of work, and get some money out of those. Just because they're never turned off, why have them sit in a low energy mode when you can just take that energy and make them process transactions? Have your smart home mine for you. That's where we're going. And this project should be the forefront. This way, Ambrosia's, not so much Helium. Helium's been in the news and been in the top 100 rankings as of late, and it's been getting a lot of hype. But I want to say projects like Smart Mesh, Ambrosia's, and uPlexa were always there. I wouldn't say they were there first, but definitely they had the concept of IoT mining there. So my hopes for this coin is that somewhere along the line, Quantum Leaper and Rui Santos, shout out to Random Nerd Touturials, which is Rui Santos's website, that at some point they create some kind of not Bitcoin miner. The Bitcoin miner has already been created for the ESP32. That project is already done. It's even with the ESP8266, the processor is strong enough to actually make a mine a Bitcoin or just process a hash. So it's not impossible. And like I said, Rui does most of the that, and Lady Ada from Audifruit does most of the uh, GitHub repositories. They make most of the GitHub repositories and software for the ESP32, as far as I know. I'm sure Espressive does their things, but yeah. What makes the ESP32 so cool is that it does have two cores. So while you're using it and you connect it to, let's say, a relay, and you have it turn on and off your lights, the second core could be mining cryptocurrency, and this takes less than 5 watts. Yeah, and you're probably wondering what you can get out of that, but in all honesty, you don't need to be pulling down 3,000 plus watts to actually make a profit. Most people think you need these giant ASIC miners, but no, you don't. But yeah, ESP32 has two cores, and not a lot of people know that. So one core could be turning on and off your lights, one core could be mining, and when the other core is off, connecting to whatever server you need to process some hashes, and then having both cores go at it and processing those hashes. I just never turn it off and just have that one core doing this thing. Like I said, your whole smart house, smart home, your watch on your wrist, your phone, all that could be making you money right now. Could be hashing transactions and making you some sweet uPlexa. And like I said, my hope is that at some point Rui Santos comes and he just makes some kind of GitHub repositories to hash uPlexa's IoT algorithm. Now, why I'm hoping for that, the ESP32, as you can see, has 4 mounting holes, meaning you can stack them. They can also be useful. They can be used for other things, just like a GPU, just like CPU. They can be used for other things other than processing transactions. But you want to buy one of these, there's a whole bunch of models, and most of them, if you look in the right place, are only $6-7. $5 you get it from China. If you buy in bulk, you can probably get it down to like $4 for just your standard ESP. I think that was the 32S. Yeah, and it's ridiculous. Like I said, this could be part of your smart home. They even come with models that have cameras. The ESP32 cam, it has a camera. You can set that up outside, wherever, inside, and have a smart mesh home that turns on lights, records things, and there's even a model that gets that has a display. So you record things and have information sent to this display on another ESP32 about what's going on with the other models. I don't necessarily know if this was actual like VGA display or not. I know it's SPI display, but there's so much could be done with these, and it's very undervalued. But being that this is anything but ASIC, you want to see even further reason to develop something like this with the ESP32. I was looking around and I found like this development board. It's shaped like an Arduino Uno. This comes not only with a Xilinx Spartan 7 FPGA, but it comes with an ESP32 on board, and it has a what was it? An accelerometer. Accelerometer, and where'd it go? It was accelerometer. It had a couple of other things. It had HDMI out, USB-C in. Yeah, so many features on this board for $42. I think that's really a steal, because not only would you be able to mine uPlexa, but you would be able to mine other smaller cryptocurrencies with the FPGA. So I see really big potential in this project, uPlexa. Let me check the charts real quick. Right now, as of right now, on the 90-day, it's just been sideways, but it's not a dead project. I know everything is looking towards Dogecoin right now, but this is not a dead project by far, and I only see it as Helium, as Smart Mesh. Well, yeah, Smart Mesh. All these other Umbrosas, IOTA. As all these other IoT type coins get into the spotlight, I see uPlexa coming up, having a really big come up. It's cheap right now. Not financial advice. It's cheap right now. You could buy this. It's not even really a dip since it's been sideways, but you could buy it while it's low, and you may see some upside at some point. This is a penny currency. Let's see. There's million, billion. There's 10,500,000,000 of them. I guess that puts that into the realm of a penny currency. It's a penny stock or whatever you want to call it. But you go grab like honestly like 1 million of them. It's not that much. Let's see. Right now, USD uPlexa 0 $1,200,000 $240. We call it $240. And that could grow. That can explode exponentially at any point in time going forward, considering that the world is becoming more IoT immersed. This has a lot of upside financially. And that's my spotlight for uPlexa. And I'll be spotlighting, I think I want to do ARQMA next, or Xcash. But that's my spotlight for uPlexa, and I'll see you guys.